Good afternoon, children. Welcome to AIMS India's online classes. This is biology session. We are discussing human health and diseases. It's part 2. In the part 1, what is a disease and some diseases, infectious or contagious diseases we are discussing. Okay. As discussed in the previous class, these are the diseases which spread from an infected person to others in various ways and are caused by infectious agents. Such diseases are called contagious diseases or infectious diseases. And the infectious agents, what are the infectious agents? The infectious diseases are caused by microorganisms, which are these microorganisms are also called pathogens. The disease causing organisms are called pathogens. Okay, children. So the disease can spread directly or indirectly from one person to another in a community. That's why these are also called communicable diseases. Okay, the diseases which spread in the community are called communicable diseases. You know very well, the living world has enormous biodiversity and is classified into different groups. So this classification is based on the common characteristics among different organisms. So these organisms which cause disease are found in a wide range of categories and can be classified as viruses, okay, bacteria, and fungi, protozoa, and worms. Okay, these are the 5 major categories of the pathogens. The common diseases caused by the infectious agents, if you see, viruses for example, common cold, influenza, dengue fever, AIDS, poliomyelitis, hepatitis B, chickenpox, measles, mumps, SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome, and swine flu. Now recently corona. Okay, the viral diseases. So we have discussed about the measles in the last class. We are going to discuss about the mumps, polio, okay, and some diseases in the today's class. So before going to that, some bacterial diseases, if you take typhoid fever, cholera, tuberculosis, anthrax, tetanus, and acne. Fungal diseases, if you take many common skin infections such as ringworm and athlete's foot, are common fungal diseases. The protozoan parasites may cause diseases like malaria, Kala Azar, amoebic dysentery, and sleeping sickness. Okay, and worms, if you take Teniasis, the parasitic infection by flatworm, Ascariasis, the parasitic infection by roundworm, and Elephantiasis, it is a parasitic infection caused by roundworm. Okay, so it is very important to consider the various categories of infection, infectious agents, and their characteristics. The mode of treatment is decided based on the category of infectious agents. Okay, children, let us discuss more about some more diseases. The mode of transmission, if you take indirect transmission, and direct transmission. Two modes are there. Okay, let us discuss. Mumps. Mumps is a acute infectious one-time viral disease of school-going children, which is characterized by swollen parotid salivary glands. Hence, it is also called the infectious parotiditis. Okay, infectious parotiditis. So adults without previous infection may catch the disease at any stage in the life. The pathogen is paramyxovirus. What is the pathogen which causes mumps? Paramyxovirus, or it is also called mumps virus. Measles is caused by rubeola virus, but the mumps is caused by paramyxovirus. So it is transmitted by direct contact, that is droplet method, and fomites. Fomites means the objects or materials which are likely to carry infection, okay, such as cloths, utensils, and furniture. So what are the methods of transmission of this mumps disease? Direct contact, that is droplet method, and fomites means the objects or materials through which the virus may transmit. So here you can see the symptoms of the mumps. The symptoms of mumps, if you take the first, fever, high fever, then loss of appetite, means no hunger, then headache, muscle pains, okay, fever, loss of appetite, headache, muscle pain, then swelling of parotid glands. Here beneath the ears, these parotid salivary glands are present, those swelling. So it causes a lot of pain while eating or drinking. Okay, pain ear, jaw, and chin. Along with that, pain on both sides beneath the ear. So these are the main symptoms of the mumps. Okay, a lot of pain will be there. So the incubation period is 12 to 26 days. Okay, nearly 3 to 4 weeks. Due mumps, the patient has difficulty in swallowing and opening of mouth, and there is a high fever. In adults, mumps may cause the damage to sex organs also. Antibiotics are given to prevent secondary infections. Secondary infections means the primary infections related to the disease. Secondary infections means so internal tissue damage may lead to other infections like bacterial infections. So that's the reason why the antibiotics are given. Okay, actually for viral diseases, so antibiotics doesn't work, but to overcome these secondary infections, these antibiotics are used. The vaccination is available, that is MMR vaccine, that is the full form is mumps, measles, and rubella or German measles. So this vaccine is given in booster doses below the 5 years of age group people, children. So this vaccine is the solution for this disease. So most of the viral diseases are controlled by vaccination. Okay, so the signs of symptoms, just now we have discussed, the mumps is the best known for the puffy cheeks and swollen jaw, which is caused by the viral infection. Here you can see the fever, headache, loss of appetite, muscle aches, and tiredness are the common symptoms. Okay, so these symptoms are seen during the mumps disease. The prevention is better than cure, so the children must be given below the 5 years of age group people. Vaccination, MMR vaccine is must and should be given to prevent the mumps. Next, poliomyelitis. Poliomyelitis are commonly called as polio, or it is also called infantile paralysis. So it is highly infectious viral disease of infants and children, hence it is called infantile paralysis. So that it may attack the adults also. The vaccination is not done. The causal agent of this polio is poliovirus. Poliovirus. The disease is transmitted through feces, urine, and nasal secretions containing food, water. Okay, the contamination of food, water, drinks, either directly or through flies, with an incubation period of 5 to 17 days. Okay, 1 to 2 weeks. During incubation period, the virus multiplies in the alimentary canal, means digestive system, and then it passes to lymph, blood, and finally central nervous system in dorsal hall cells of the spinal cord and brain stem. Brain stem means medulla oblongata. Okay, means this virus will attack. Okay, first, as soon as any pathogen enters into the body, it selects the safe tissue. The safest tissue for this polio virus is the blood and lymph, where it multiplies, or in the alimentary canal it multiplies. Okay, from alimentary canal it enters to the blood and lymph. From there it passes into the nervous system and attack the nerve cells. So that's why the damage caused by this polio virus is permanent. Okay, any other tissue in the body will regenerate, but the nervous tissue, once it is damaged, then there is no chance of regeneration or replication. Okay, so it affects the brain and spinal cord. So you can see images here. The polio affected, particularly it affects the limbs. So the limbs loses the ability, strength. Okay, the muscle tissue and the nerves are damaged, so they cannot stand on their own feet. Okay, so this is poliomyelitis. So during this pre-paralytic stage, means before causing the paralysis. Paralysis means loss of sensation. Before pre-paralytic stage, 1 to 4 days, is characterized by fever, sore throat, nausea, means running nose, vomitings, diarrhea, headache, stiff back and stiff neck, and twitching and convulsions. Convulsions means fits. These are all the symptoms of pre-paralytic stage. Once the paralysis occurs, it's permanent then. Okay, so vomitings, nausea, diarrhea. Diarrhea means loose watery motions, headache, the stiffness in the back and neck, then twitching and convulsions. Okay, the hand, fingers and everything just shrink. Okay, and fits occur. During paralytic stage, the second stage or final stage, motor neurons means The neurons which carry information from brain and spinal cord to affect our organs means the muscles. The neurons which carry information from the muscles to the nervous system, to the brain and spinal cord. So those motor neurons are affected, resulting in the atrophy of muscles. Okay, muscle loses the strength, generally of arms and legs, but may affect those of diaphragm also. Diaphragm means it is a muscular structure which is present below the rib cage. Okay, but this diaphragm infection only iron lung can save. Okay, and some respiratory system is also affected, especially the larynx, sound box, and the pharynx. So when these are affected means it is a fatal, most dangerous. Okay, so vaccine, how to prevent the disease? Vaccination. Salk's vaccine, that is now oral drops, polio drops we can call it as. It is available for taking at the age of 6 weeks, 10 weeks, 14 weeks, and the booster doses from 18 to 24 months. Okay, up to below 5 years, up to 5 years, the booster doses of these polio vaccine is given to the child. The pulse polio is it's a program being undertaken twice every year in India since 1995 in order to eradicate the disease by 200 AD. Okay, so this is a nice program. So government free of cost provides this vaccine to the children yearly twice. Okay, so it must be utilized. So there are some myths and misconceptions are there, so that must be avoided. So vaccination is the only prevention of the disease. The next, rabies. Rabies or hydrophobia. It is a fatal viral disease. Rabies virus caused by. This rabies virus is transmitted to humans by the bite of rabid dog or cat or some animals. The saliva of those infected animals may cause the infection. So the incubation period is 1 to 3 months. Okay, 30 days to 90 days, during which that rabies virus will multiply, and the multiplication occurs in the neurons. So actually, as soon as the virus enters into the body, through cerebrospinal fluid it reaches the nervous system. So this is called neurotrophic infection. So this leads to encephalitis, means brain fever, the fear of water, hydrophobia, severe headache, high fever, alternate excitement and depression, spasms of throat and chest. It lead to death. Rabies. Okay, what are the symptoms? Encephalitis, brain fever, fear of water, hydrophobia, severe headache, high fever, alternate excitement and depression, spasms of throat and chest. Okay, it will lead to death. Yeah, like this, whenever a dog bite or a fox or any animal which is already infected with this rabies, okay, the saliva of that animal enters through this wound. The virus transmitted by infected saliva through the bite or wound. Okay, so here brain inflammation takes place. So this is the main symptom, encephalitis. So bitten person should be immediately administered vaccine. What are the precautions to be taken? Immediately the wound is cleaned properly with antiseptic lotion, and the vaccine that develops the antibodies before the virus becomes active, immediate vaccine is given. The dog should be watched for 10 days for the development of rabies symptoms, that is running saliva from the mouth, change of voice, excessive, compulsorily be immunized. Okay, immediately the dogs also must be given the vaccine. So here you can see the rabies may be caused not only by the dog's bite. So the man bitten by rabid animal means the dog which is already with rabies. The virus from the infected saliva enters the wound. Okay, the virus multiplies in muscles. Then the virus travels through the nerves to spinal cord and brain. Next, the infection to the brain neurons. Okay, the inflammation of the brain takes place. The virus spread along the nerves to salivary glands, cornea, skin and other organs. Okay, so the disease progressed to death within 1 to several weeks. So the dog, wolf, fox, these are all belongs to the dog's family only, and even vampire bats, it is also spread of this rabies. Okay, vaccination, the dogs or pets must be vaccinated, and the rabies is a rhabdovirus, the virus is, so it must be very important. Immediately after the bite, the vaccine, okay, near placenta, this region, okay, that vaccine is given. Okay children, next, hepatitis. What is hepatitis? Hepatitis is a viral disease, so it may cause damage of liver. The meaning hepatitis means damage of hepatocytes, liver cells. It is of two types, hepatitis A and hepatitis B. Hepatitis A, it is epidermic jaundice. It is also called as epidermic jaundice. It is more common in children and young adults with incubation period of 15 to 50 days. 15 to 50 days, which is spread through fecal oral route. There is a high fever, and hepatitis B occurs at any age. Okay, it has an incubation period of 50 to 160 days, and carrier state of up to 5 years with a little fever. So actually the hepatitis B, most of the human beings are carriers. Carriers means reservoir hosts. The virus is present in them, and it does not cause any symptoms. Okay, such hosts are called reservoir hosts. Through them the virus is transmitted to other people in the community. Okay, up to 5 years the virus may stay inside without any symptoms. That is most dangerous hepatitis B virus. But hepatitis A occur in the children, that is epidermic jaundice. Only the yellow coloring of the skin and yellow coloring of the eyes takes place. Okay, partial damage may occur by hepatitis A, but hepatitis B is most dangerous. And mode of transmission is parenteral through blood transfusion. And the hepatitis is accompanied by loss of appetite, means loss of hunger, nausea, whitish stool, but orange brown urine, and jaundice. Jaundice is also one of the symptom of this hepatitis infection. So the only thing we need is personal cleanliness. Boiled water must be consumed during the seasonal changes, and properly heated, cooked, cleaned food and articles, and control of flies are required in the period of epidemic jaundice. Okay, vaccine is available. Vaccination can prevent this disease. Okay, personal hygiene is very important. Okay, children, so these vaccines, it is a biological preparation containing weakened or killed forms of microbes, and it mimic a disease causing microbe. Okay, this preparation gives immunity against a disease which affects the human body. So the vaccines are given for various diseases like diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, that is called DPT vaccine, hepatitis vaccine, poliomyelitis, polio drops vaccine, and for tuberculosis, BCG vaccine. Okay, which form the public health programs of childhood immunization for preventing infectious diseases. It's a program undertaken, and a particular health chart is maintained in the infant stage. Okay, children, thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel by pressing a bell icon for receiving latest updates.